Tonight, what we're going to basically do is we're going to look at all the websites that are associated with amateur radio. And there is a bunch of them. There is a lot of them. We're not going to get through all of them tonight, of course, but well, we're going to kind of do this round robin. I know this is a little crazy. What I'm going to do is we're each going to pick a website. If you want to, you don't have to. I'm not going to call on you. But if you got a website that you want to show us, give us a quick little explainer of what it does, maybe even a quick tour if you want to do a screen capture. If not, I'll capture it on my end and show it. But I would like to get each of you tonight to show us your 3 or 4 or 5 favorite websites that you use for ham radio. All right, let's see here. The first thing I would like to start with, I guess I'll go ahead and start. I'll do a couple that I have here that are weather related, and I'm going to go pretty quick because a lot of you guys already know these websites. And what I'm going to do is each time we do a website, I'm going to copy and paste it over in the chat room. Okay. So the first one we're going to do is Mike's weather page. You guys know this one. This is, oh, look at this. Dun, dun, dun. We actually have what's forecast to be by morning, a tropical storm that's going to hit northeastern Mexico, I guess you could call it. And it's going to end up the right side of the storm will affect Brownsville. Not going to be that big of a deal, though. Only 35-mile-an-hour winds. Not expected to strengthen very much, I don't think. The models were not even finding Genesis on this yesterday afternoon. So I really don't think there's going to be that much here. But let's take a quick peek. Something you can do on here. You go up to that top corner. Did you guys see where I went? A little sneaky. Up here, top corner. These are your models.
No, we're not seeing your page.
Not seeing that.
You're not seeing the page.
You're not sharing.
Let me share it again. Hold on. There. Let's try that. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is Mike's weather page. And you can see here we've got a storm out there that's going to, that's the one I was just talking about. I just want to show you. But this is Mike's weather page. Mike's weather page is the #1 place. And I know I sound like one of the ads I play on the radio. It's the #1 place. But this literally is the #1 place to go find all of this in one spot. The active storm is always in this column right here. The active season is in this column right here. And then Mike's personal stuff's over here, like his Twitter and his Facebook and all that. And then over here is just general links. But anyway, when you're looking on the page here, these 4 links up here are my favorite. I go here every day almost. You click on that, and it shows you the GFS model. You guys always hear these people talk about, what are these models they're always talking about? Model this and model that. I used to do model airplanes. Anyway, what it is, basically, these computers try to extrapolate what's going to happen in the future. And so I'm going to run this model. You can see up here at the top that we're starting out at 18 Zulu, which is going to be just a few hours ago, about 5 hours ago. And we're going to run it forward. That's today's date. So I'm going to use my arrow keys, my left and right arrow keys on my keyboard to just advance it forward. And notice each time we go forward, there's 1800, midnight, 06. So we're going on, whatever, roughly 4, 6, 8 hour increments whenever they run it. And you can see here the lows and the highs, and you kind of see what's going on out there. And as we go forward, notice it does not really pick up any Genesis on that system. It never really picks it up. It doesn't do anything with it. So that's the GFS. It doesn't like that system. Let's go ahead and run it forward and see if it picks up anything else. Okay, it did pick up a low pressure system coming across the intertropical, and it's also wanting to form one here south of Cuba. That's interesting. This is really hot this time of year over here, right here. And then as we get into September, you want to look more towards over here. All right, so okay, see, it disappeared. What that means is it did not find Genesis there. It does not think it's going to form into a stronger storm. But that one out in the intertropical is holding on. Yeah. And remember, I don't know if I've told.
This is the time of the year.
Yeah, I think I've told you guys before. I have a little rule of thumb. Okay. And this is something that I think is pretty cool. I'm going to try to annotate this. I have a problem with this sometimes, but I'm going to try to annotate this. Let's see if I can do it here. I think I can do it like this. No. Okay. That's not what I wanted. See what I mean? Every time I try to do something with it, I just want to draw. Just let me draw. Okay. Draw. When a storm comes across, this is the intertropical convergence zone right here. And when I'm going to do it in a better color. When the storms come across here, okay, you never know where they're going to go at this point. This is the top of the Windward Islands up here. This is 15 north, 20 north. It's right about here. If these storms are below this top island right here, when they get here, if they're below that island, when they reach this point, it's a Florida, Gulf of Mexico storm. If it's above that point, it tends to always want to run above the islands here. And it tends to be an East Coast Florida storm and an East Coast US storm. If it runs up even further up here, then of course you guys know it turns out and it becomes a fish storm. But if it comes up here and it's above this, like this, it ends up, going up and affecting, depending on what the winds prevail up in that. But if it's down here and it comes in below that island, we see it hug these islands, and then from there, who knows? It could go anywhere. So this time of year, it's always really good to watch this part of it. I mean, I don't know. Where do I clear this? Clear.
And something to note, I believe both Irma and Donna were exceptions to that. I think they went north of the islands and wound up in this area. Look that up.
Yeah, no, and it doesn't hold firm. It's usually about 80% accurate. So you just have to watch. But my point being here, this one looks like the model, notice they're not strengthening it. It's 1,010 millibars. So it's not strengthening. I'm going to get out of this and see if I can go back over to here and get this to run. And notice it kind of washes it out, tries to find it again, kind of washes it. A little bit of genesis, but really there it's starting to see something here. Again, just above that island, it's going to be an East Coast storm. There's genesis. We're now down below 1,000 millibars of mercury. And you can see there that, look at that, 972, that could easily be a Cat 1 hurricane right there.
Oh, easy.
Cat 2 at 967, that could be a 2, even a week 3. So we've got the potential for that to be a East Coast storm. Let's see what the Euro does. So we X out of this and we go back to this page and we go to the Euro. The Euro is actually the best performing model. I only can say that because the other Dave's not here. But let's see what it does with this storm. Where does it bring it to? Does it do anything with it?
Where is Dave?
I don't know. Haven't heard from him. Look what it does with it. It brings it all the way up and out and makes it into a fish storm. But behind it, it shows another one. Yeah. So that's something to watch right there. That'd be something to watch. And then the last one I normally run is the CMC, which is another fairly good performing model. It sometimes gets genesis where the others don't. And yeah, it brings that low across, and it brings it right on that island that I was talking about, and then it washes it out over Haiti. But behind it, it picks up a category, could be close to a category 1 hurricane by there. 995, 996, 993. I mean, we're a strong tropical storm right there. But it looks like it's wanting to take it north all of a sudden there in the last few frames. I don't know. Well, anyway, we'll watch all that. I don't want to nerd out too much because some of you guys are like, oh, God, he's freaking doing hurricanes again. I hate when he does hurricanes. This guy, he just goes on and on like he thinks he knows what he's talking about. Anyway, that's Mike's hurricane page. And that's your tropical update for tonight. And I got it all done in one swath. Any questions or anything on hurricanes or Mike's weather page? All right, very good. Moving on. The second one I'm going to present tonight that I really like is one of my very favorite websites in the whole world, spaceweather.com. And if you guys read the newsletter, you'll find that a lot of the stuff comes from spaceweather.com. And look at that. That's a beautiful picture right there. We just got hit by a coronal mass ejection. Did you guys feel it? Yeah, you're not supposed to, so it's cool. The CME hit Earth's magnetic field on the 19th, which for most of us is today. And it was just a little while ago, sparking a G1 class or fairly minor geomagnetic storm. But there's other CMEs on the way, so we're going to have to see what happens. There was all those sunspots all at one time, and they were all kind of hitting at one time. And they were firing from different spots. So NASA really doesn't have like a total idea of exactly what's going on with all these CMEs, because there's just so many of them. All right, the red auroras in Australia. Isn't that beautiful? Those were auroras in the middle of the night. That's not a sunset. Freaking crazy. If you guys... One thing I love about this website is the real-time aurora gallery. I literally come here every couple of days and check out the latest pictures of the auroras. I think the aurora borealis is probably one of the coolest phenomenons on the planet. Anyway, other than that, this last thing down here on space weather that you can follow, and there's usually Star Trek stuff down here. These kids send this balloon up. They're called Earth to Sky Calculus. They send these balloons up into space, testing the atmosphere. But they send up like a Mr. Spock doll or something, and then they sell that for $300, and that covers the balloon ride. That's really cool if you think about it. And they sell all kinds of different jewelry and different things, and it all goes up into space. They certify it, you get a certification. So I thought it was really cool. I like to follow their work, and I read what they do. That's spaceweather.com, and that's also the source of a lot of our space weather on our website. All right, who has the next website they'd like to present to us tonight? Y'all are going to make it tough on me, aren't you?
I found one that was kind of interesting a couple of weeks ago. It's called repeaterbuilder.com. It's repeater-builder.com. As the ad around here says, don't leave out the dash. But
I hate when somebody gets the better domain name. All right. Yeah, I think I got it. Let's see here. I'll pull it up for you. There we go.
I haven't read through this thing, but there's a lot of stuff in here about, converting older equipment, GE and Motorola stuff over for even for 220, 6 meters.
Okay, I got that one in the chat room. And I'll get these other couple in there too. Well, that's pretty cool, because there is a lot of older equipment out there that's just sitting
around, which is really better than what you could get in the usual ham radio marketplace. I mean, your old GEs and Motorola's. This has got some of the descriptions of some of your older equipment, as well as I think I was able to find service manuals on some of the older ICOM and Kenwood and Yaesu gear. So there's a lot of stuff on this. I don't know what, he's the guy that started it, I think, passed away, but you still got a lot of information on here about repeaters.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm going to go ahead for those of you in the chat that are looking in the chat room, I am pasting in the links that we've gone over already, so you can see those, and save them to your button bar, whatever browser you use. Hopefully you use a good browser and not like Edge or something.
That's an awful browser.
Yeah, Edge is really a bad browser. And you'd think they'd learn after Internet Explorer was the worst browser for so many years. But they don't. Anyway, yeah, I suggest Opera. If you like Chrome, Opera is like Chrome, but without all the tracking bull crap. Yep. And then Brave is another good one. There's some great browsers out there. And use your toolbar. Notice, I think you guys can see this. Notice up here, I got all my little websites up here. I got all my websites up here. And I go to any of them I want instantly. It's really cool. All right. All right, so there's Rick's. I got that on in there if you want. And Netscape, is Netscape browser still around?
I don't think so.
I was using Netscape
years
ago. My God.
I remember Browser 90s? Wars.
Yeah.
Remember those Browser Wars?
Not really, no. I don't. What was that about?
That was all. It started with Internet Explorer and Netscape fighting it out, which Netscape won. Everybody was ditching Internet Explorer. Like,
wow,
they still do. This is like right after Windows 95. So the rest of that decade, they had some big bad wars.
Does it bother anybody that Microsoft has yet to make a worthwhile browser?
Well, I can tell you, Internet Explorer was kind of like a big blob of baling wire held together by bandages. It always had security holes and always had problems.
Yeah, it was always like telling me I was in trouble and something was about to ruin my computer. And what you find out was it was just literally, it was a hypochondriac. Anyway, all right, so that's that. That's that. Who's got the next website they'd like to share with us tonight?
Well, if you're into digital stuff,
we're into anything.
Let me see if I can.
Well, almost anything.
Cut and paste it. I've been doing a lot of that lately. Excuse me. This guy.
Here, real quick, before we do that, let me just show something else real quick here. Just give me a second. This is, yeah, it says AOL has ended the support for Netscape, but you can still get the Netscape browser, and the link is in the chat room. So if anybody's interested in that, the link is in the chat room. It was put in by bracket guy or the I guy, whatever you want to call him this week. And thank you for doing that.
15 years ago. Good grief.
Yeah. I remember Netscape. I used to use it. I liked it. Even back then, I couldn't stand the Microsoft product at all. And I ended up using, I think one of the first browsers I ever used was Netscape. Okay, let's get back to Chris. Go ahead. Or who was it?
I just put one in.
Okay. All right. I'm pulling that up now and I'm sharing. Okay. There we go. Amateur radio notes.
It's about learning all the digital stuff. This guy took notes as he learned it all.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's, come on, your wife can give you more square feet than that.
Near the water heater, yeah.
What this looks like the intake for the air conditioner here or something.
Yeah, and a water heater on the right.
And a water heater. Looks like a ream. And my dad was a plumber, I'm sorry. And yeah.
Hey, that's a good water heater.
There you go. That's interesting. But yeah, well, that's pretty cool. He's got, yeah, look at that. This is great. This looks like a lot more straightforward than some of the other stuff you find out there.
It is. He seems to know what he's doing. Last one.
Pi Star. There we go. Yeah. So, okay, there you go, guys. It's all right here. And you guys got it. The link is in the thing. And it's called Amateur Radio Notes. And you can pick what you want to read your notes on, and it will bring you to that section. And then you just go on down, and there you go. It's all right there. That is really cool.
He goes really deep too.
It's so cool. I'm going to drag it down here and put it in my button bar. And then I just erase the name and hit save. And now there it is. It's right there. And when I hover over it, it'll tell me what it is. But anyway, yeah, I saved that. That's right there. Okay. And that one's also in the chat room. Okay. Next one up is
SpaceNet 1.
There we go. And it's coming up now. You can tell us about that. Go ahead.
And you can see the Echolink stuff on, and this will give you information on listening to launches and stuff and things that go on with the ISS. And then you move on to, which I don't think I have saved, YouTube has a whole channel, so you can watch it live and listen to it live. And they got like 6 more launches to do in the next couple of weeks. It's just,
wow.
At a WinLink one.
I knew he worked there. I knew this guy worked there.
Georgie.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I like this. I sometimes when the space station is doing the ISS or the SSTV, and they're sending down those images, I'll take this and put it up on one of my big screens so I can watch when they're coming.
Yeah.
This thing's pretty cool. You can take this thing right here, put this on any one of your screens, then just hit that button, and you've got a full screen space station tracker, just like that. And it shows you where it's going to be 1.5 hours from now and where it was 1.5 hours ago. And the green is the general amount of space of distance you're going to still get some kind of signal. So if you're using a good disc cone antenna that's up 30 feet or so, you'll probably get that green line. But if you're out standing in your yard under an oak tree with a Baofeng trying to get that, you're probably not going to quite get that green line. But anyway, that just to show you guys, this is really cool. I do this a lot with my, like I said, when I have reason to. I don't just track those guys for the hell of it. I let NASA take care of that. But anyway, yeah, that's a cool website. All right, and let's see. There's one more here.
One more.
Skyhub Link.
This is a linking system. I think it's based in Colorado, but they have connections and nets all over the place, and you can just go and check into their nets and stuff. That's just one. I've got like 4 or 5 of systems like this, and it tells you how each type of digital mode to check in, and like talk group or a YSF number or D-star reflector, stuff like that. And that's one of the good ones.
Wow. There's a lot of digital nets. It's because it connects so many more people.
It does. And I've checked into a lot of them. The last thing I didn't put up there is called the Fusion Net. And I think it's the fusionnet.org. That is the funnest net I've ever been on. I mean, they do trivia, which I thought was a lot of fun. They did presidential trivia the other night. They just a bunch of crazy. Yeah, that's a bunch of crazy guys that have fun. And there's a way also to see. There's your numbers right there. And there's a PDF file that you can download somewhere on that net that tells you exactly how to connect your equipment up.
That is really cool.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, let me get that one in the chat room here. All right, guys, there's this one. And yeah, we're going to do WebSDR next. Oh, I swear I just saw lightning outside.
I think there's some stuff up toward Arcadia.
Those guys are a lot of fun. And if you check in 10 times in a row, you get a free membership for life to their website.
Oh, wow.
Where there's all kinds of better stuff, apparently. I'm on check-in number 5, so.
That's neat. I love to see that people are doing stuff like this to keep things going. Oh, they got a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, there appears to be some religious overtone to it because of that Bible fellowship there. It doesn't bother me or anything, but
that don't bother me.
I mean, they don't do anything religious at all. Certainly not.
Yeah, that's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. I'm very spiritual. I'm just not very into too many of the actual religions.
Yeah.
But I'm so cool with people doing their thing. All right, let's go Fusion. Let's see here. Let's go to this one. This is one of my favorite websites of all time.
I use this every week.
Yeah, and if somebody wants to come in and talk about this, you're welcome to. This was submitted by the I guy, or girl. I guess I get in trouble for that. The I human.
It human.
This is one of my favorite websites. What's really cool about this is you can take this website and take something called cable, virtual cable, and you can take your browser and connect it through virtual cable over to whatever program you're using. You can actually go in here and go to the FT8 channel anywhere in the world and pull up your FT8 program and decode the FT8.
That's cool.
You can go to the SSTV channel in Europe. They use it a little more than we do over there. And you can leave it on for an hour or two until it shuts itself down and see what pictures you get. You can put it on digital modes and decode digital modes with it. You can put it on anything. It's basically like an internet radio. Well, let me go back. It's an internet radio. It's really cool. What I like about it is, let's say you only want North American stations and you only want ones that work on, well, let's say 2 meters, which is a lot less. There's your 4 receivers that you can use to see if you could hear your VHF station. What I've done with this before is I'll go to 20 meters and I'll find a station that's, whatever. If one hop is about 1,000 miles, I'll go find somewhere out here, and I'll go to that particular one and I'll hit it, and then I'll pull that right up, and there's your radio, and you can set it for whatever frequency you want to set it for. We're going to go to, you can set it for 20 meters. Do I have to click something here? There we go. All right, there we go.
37225.
37225.
A friend that runs a nut on, whoops, not, you forgot your decimal point. There you go. No.
It doesn't like that. That's not in band, is it? 37.
3.7.
You need to go over and hit 80 meters.
3.725.
Yeah.
Go over and hit your 80 meter button.
There you go.
You'll be on the right band. I actually use this just about every week. This actual receiver.
There you go. Is there a net?
Yeah, there's a net that I meet with a bunch of guys up in Atlanta every week on Thursday night.
Yeah. And then what you do is you go to your media, you go to your sound manager and you right click on your little speaker, and you go to sounds. No, hold on. Right click on your little speaker, speaker setup, sound settings, open sound settings. Then when you're in sound settings, you're going to get this right here. If you have cable set up, you simply just route whatever browser you're using into your cable input like that. And now I've just routed it into my cable input. And then over on for like you guys, I can now send that to you on cable input. And here, I'll go back over here now to the meeting. Actually, I'm going to do it on Manicams. Let's see here. I'm going to add cable. And then I'm going to turn it up. Let me find it here. Weird that didn't work. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you guys should hear that, right? You hear it now?
Don't hear anything.
Nope.
Interesting. It shows that it's going out. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I can go over here and do it this way, but then you guys won't hear me anymore. But
I like it.
Yeah, probably. Everybody would love that, right? Let's see here. Why I'm kind of locked up here. Okay, audio source. If I do this right here, you guys will be able to hear it.
I just heard something. Just total, just a bit of noise. I know what it sounds like.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine, but I don't hear any sound from the radio.
It's weird because it shows that it's going out on everything I have here. It shows it's going out. Let me make sure that you're receiving me on.
Believe it or not, I just used this thing last night, so I know it works.
Yeah, and I'm getting my Manicam as my microphone. So me, that's me right there. And then this should be the radio right there. That is so weird that it's not working. I'll have to deal with that.
You got some kind of.
Yeah, I mean that's weird. That's weird. I don't know why. It's showing the levels. That's what's weird about it. It's here. I'll show you. Look at this. It's showing the level from the radio.
Yeah.
And it's showing me. It's showing it. Look at that.
But you're just not getting the sound from the
it's
radio.
Not muted. It's not muted.
It's like there's a pot somewhere that needs to be cranked up just to hear it.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But anyway, it doesn't matter at this point because I'm just showing you the website. This is a great website if you want to just explore radio. What I like to do is, like, let's say you're up at 2 in the morning and there's not much going on. You can go back to that page again and you can start exploring radios on the other side of the world. Let me show you what you can do. Let's say you want 20 meters and let's say you don't care where. Now you can scroll down all the way to the bottom. And guess what? You get a map.
Oh, how about that?
Yep. And so you can actually zoom in and find the station that you want to hear. If you want to hear this one, you click it and it brings the link up and you can go right from there.
You're doing things with this I've never seen done before.
Yeah, I like it. like I said, you can do this with just about any of them. You just go to the map. I use the map more than anything because I know where my signal is that I'm wanting to hear, you know, and I go to the map because that kind of shows me where I need to look for if I want to, you know, the Hawaii station's right here. If you want to see if you can reach Hawaii, what you can do is you go to this station, you put your ears on, and you go to your radio and you just get on there. KO4 EFS radio test. As long as you say radio test, you're allowed to make short radio test broadcasts.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
You're allowed to do that. And you're not calling anybody else. You're not delineating any important information or anything. You're just testing your radio, and you're allowed to do that. And you can just get on there and test it and see if you hear yourself in Utah or see if you hear yourself in Hawaii or whatever. It's a real cool way to
check your antenna.
Exactly. And it's really neat when you can hear yourself, you know, from thousands of miles away, and you're hearing it back over the internet with like a second or two delay. You've got the speed of light delay of it getting there, and then the speed of the internet delay plus buffering to get back. Yeah. So it could be anywhere from 2 to 10 seconds later.
Hey, before you move on from that page, the lower right-hand corner says if you aren't hearing audio. Is that important?
Well, it shouldn't be, because I was receiving audio on that one. I could hear it in here. So I had already clicked that button on that one we were listening to. This is another one here. I don't know why it's all off the page like that. That's weird. It's literally off the page. It's because they've got this. So why is that coming up over there? That's weird.
Java.
Yeah, fucking Java. All right. So, but anyway, there you go. This is Web SDR, one of my favorite websites. And there's so many cool things you can do with this. Anything you can do with your local radio, you can do with this. You can decode anything. You can listen to, you know, whatever you want. It's really cool. So definitely something worth checking out. And let me put this back down here and stop my screen share. Yeah, that's definitely something that the Web SDR, and thanks for suggesting that, the Web SDR. All right, let's see. There was another one here, Long Island CW Club. Okay. Yeah, I did. I tried changing the mic in Zoom. That's what I was doing. Was I even changed it at one point directly to what I was sending out, and it didn't. You guys couldn't hear it, so it was weird. But I could change it to my headphones, and I could hear it. So we're gonna figure it out. This guy's pretty good. I like this guy. The guy that's in this video. This guy here. I watch a lot of his videos. He's really good. I don't even know his name, but I will figure it out for you guys. Give me just a second here. This is his page, Ham Radio Crash Course. But this guy's really good. And I'm just literally doing this on the fly because I saw him come up. This guy's videos are great. And he's doing what I'm doing. He's technically competition, but I don't care because he's really good. And you guys should watch his stuff. All right. Anyway, that's Ham Radio Crash Course. And you can find him on YouTube. Actually, I can copy that, and I will put his channel in the chat room. I'm going to save this chat room and publish it next week.
Yeah, make sure you save it.
Yeah, I definitely will. It saves me a copy of it, and I think I'm going to save it for next week, and put it in the chat, or put it in the either put it where you guys can get it, or I'll just put it in the newsletter. Sometimes I just throw things in the newsletter because that's the best thing to do. Anyway, this guy's really good here. I got to get this. This screen is the wrong size, and it gets all garfed up here, and I'm trying to get it down now, and I can't get it to do it. God, this is a pain in the ass. Multi-screens is awesome, but it brings up so many problems. And this is one of the problems you have with multi-screens is your screen doesn't fit. My desktop
screens, it'll drive you crazy.
This is the only one that does it. All my other ones are correct, but this one screen, it's actually, I can't see the outside 1/4 inch all the way around. And so it makes it, I have to bring my windows down in size a little bit so that they fit on the screen and I can use the back button and whatever. Okay, so anyway, this was the one that was sent to us here. Yeah, he says it's the easiest way to learn CW on the next one here. This one here. Yeah. Anyway, this is a good one here. Long Island CW Club.
Yeah.
This is I guess they do
CW instruction. And that's one of the best ones around.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. For those of you who want to learn Morse code. I have an aversion to Morse code because Morse code's what kept me out of ham radio for 25 years. So I don't really care about Morse code, but I do for the sake of this net. And thank you for sharing that with us. And I've got that in there. Okay, the next one we want to go over is this one was also submitted. Oh, I already got that one, I guess. Okay, yeah, that one's been submitted several times. That's cool. We got that one. All right, that's where I'm at. So if anybody has another one that they want to do, you can give it to me or you can put it in the chat room. Go ahead, Rick.
Okay, here's QRPer.com. QRPER.com. You like to tinker with small radios and go out in the middle of nowhere and operate them and throw up antennas and that kind of thing. That's what that's about. And they review QRP radios and all that good stuff. There you go.
There's the website. And let's see what we got here. Let me blow it up just a little bit more so that you guys might be able to read some of it.
Here.
There we go. You know, I've noticed people that like fishing, like QRP.
Really?
And people like me that can't stand fishing don't really do a lot of QRP either because we're the impatient folks in the world. No, I think it's really cool. I'm probably going to get into it at some point because you can do it with anything. You don't have to buy a QRP radio. Most radios will turn down the 1 watt.
Sometimes I operate just by turning this TS590 down to 5 watts. And I've done a bunch of, I was on this afternoon with the slow speed test net. Well, it's not really a net. Wow. It just runs every Friday afternoon. But with this hex beam, man, I'm just contacting all over the place. Don't need to run any more power.
This is a neat website. They've got all kinds of stuff in here, all kinds of equipment and everything.
That's the wonderful thing about QRP. You got more fun little gadgets and things you can get and build, and that's another thing. It's a lot. If you like to build, this is a great kind of thing to get into.
They even have an FT8 category.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't have to do CW to do QRP.
There's you an FT8 rig using, what is that, a cell phone? And, wow, look at that.
That looks like an Aircraft KX3. Yeah, I guess he is using a cell phone. Yeah. No reason
that's the waterfall in the screen right there. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there you go.
You don't necessarily have to have a full-size computer to do this stuff. That's the Lab 599.
And what's neat about this QRP stuff is it is a lot cheaper.
Oh, heck yeah.
I've heard a lot about these mag loops. I've never tried one. That looks nothing like a phaser.
Yeah.
I love his little dark box.
Yeah,
that's the worst problem. You go down to the beach you go down to the beach or something and you've got your laptop. You don't take into consideration that you're not going to be able to see that thing when you get down there.
Yeah.
That's
dark box. That's a great idea. I never saw that before either.
That is a great idea to have a little dark box that you can use so you can see your damn screen. That's
yeah.
Well, this is cool. I literally I clicked the FT8 category and just ran down the page.
Oh yeah, you spend hours on this site alone.
All right. Well, let me go back here and get the main website here and put it in the chat room. All right. And I think I got another couple here. Let's see. We've got Parks on the Air. Of course, I've joined this. Most of you probably already have joined this and know about Parks on the Air. But Parks on the Air is great. I think everybody kind of knows how Parks on the Air worked. Is there anybody that would like me to explain it real quick?
You got Parks on the Air, you got Summits on the Air, you got Lighthouses on the Air too, I believe.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a quick rundown.
Okay, Parks on the Air is basically where any ham anywhere that wants to can go to any park that's on the list, normally federal or state parks. And you go to any park that's on the list and you set up at a picnic table or wherever you want. And it's called activating the park. And you try to get as many contacts as you can. I think once you get 10, you're considered to be accomplished at that point. And a lot of people try to activate as many parks as they can in one day. And they'll go to a park and set up, get their 10, drive to the next one, set up, get their 10. Others will go to a park and just work it till they get tired and go home. But either way, when you get your 10, you've considered to be activated. That park is done. It's been activated.
NAGU here in Fort Myers is the big guy on that, but he's out of town right now. But yeah, that's his stock and trade.
Yeah, I know the other club, FMARC, does have someone that's actively doing POTA, and get with him and he'll help you get started. I'd love to see you guys get going on that. I actively answer POTA people when I hear them, both on voice and on FT8 or FT4 or wherever I'm at. If I hear a POTA, I give them priority usually because I want to go ahead and get them and get them locked in, you know.
Pretty like this show outside.
Yeah. My wife says we're having a pretty good lightning show outside. I believe it. I can see it flickering on the cameras over here.
So I'll take a look at the weather radar and see what's going on. We don't want any sneak up storms here.
Oh, she said something's going up on Bayshore Road there. They got the road blocked off and everything up by the pizza place. Anyway, let's see here. The next thing. But yeah, that's pretty much Parks on the Air. And you sign up with them, and that way, and they'll actually track your logins and stuff. Let's see if I don't know if I've got my sign in here or not. Let's see here. Let's see if I can sign in. Look at that. It let me sign in. And then I can go and I can pull up my hunter log and look at all the ones I got. Oh, yeah. Now, I've never actually, I'm a hunter. I'm not what would the other one be? An activator, I guess. I wanted to say a hunter-gatherer, but that doesn't work. I was a hunter, meaning that I'm somewhere else and I'm calling the park or the park's calling me. If you're at the park, then you would be the activator and you would be trying to get 10 activations. And I'm going to so is there anybody else that does more of this than me that would like to explain it better than I did? Okay, I guess I did okay. Either that or it sucked so bad nobody knew what I was talking about. But over here, you can upload your logs. You can, if you're an activator, you can see all the different activations you've done, your awards. You can see if you've won any awards. And it shows you the different people that have won different awards anyway. But it's all in here, and that is called POTA, or Parks on the Air. And there's also one called WOTA now. And you're not going to believe this, but there's actually one called WOTA now, and that's Walmart on the Air. And
ew.
I'm not lying to you. Get this. They actually get together. They have a website. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I can find it. But
does that include Sam's Clubs?
I don't know. I guess it would. But anyway, they actually activate parking lots. And you want to hear the funniest part is activators are called associates. and which I thought was a great touch. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can find some because you guys think I'm full of shit right now.
And
As long as Walmart pays for it.
I don't think they have anything to do with it. I think it just happens in their parking lot. Yeah, here it is, Wamplota. Walmart parking lots. See, you guys thought I was full of shit, didn't you?
No, I'm surprised at
I think it's this guy's nuts. Oh, look, he found a website to confirm his lunacy. But yeah, there you go. There's if you guys want to do Wamplota, it's Walmart on the air.
What they ought to do is go inside with the phone and take a picture of some of the crazy people and wear the dress to put it out on SSTV.
See, they do it in July. It's in July, so that way even the North Walmarts can do it. And yeah,
July 2nd, the birthday of Walmart.
Yep. Yeah, it's the birthday of Walmart when Sam Walton opened the first store in Rogers, Arkansas in 1962. Here's all the awards and the rules, and it's all right here. I'll tell you what, I'll put that link in there for you guys because I would like the tech team to officially get involved in WOTA. There you go. There it is.
Like I said, I'll have
that's right. Let me go back. I want to show you guys back on the Parks on the Air site. I want to show you guys, let's see here, the spot map. Where's it at? This map right here shows you, it's on the map I'm looking for. It's already there. This spot map shows you the people that are activating right now. And it gives you a great idea of where they're at and all that kind of stuff. Now, I don't know how to do it on here. I don't know if you can do it on here or not. God bless. On the app, you can make it give them to you in lines, which is a lot easier than this stupid format here. But these are all the parks that are activated right now. You can see that the Sequoia National or the Sequoia State Park in Oklahoma is activated right now. It's activation number 7260, and it'll tell you, or no, that's the frequency. I'm sorry. He's on 40 meters on 7.260, and sometimes it'll tell you he's on 6 through 160. Well, that really narrows it down there, buddy. Thanks.
Spread spectrum operation, I guess.
Yeah, 160 to 60. Well, I won't try you on the VHF. Anyway, yeah, 20 and 40. I like when they give you, I don't know why they're not doing it that much, but I like when they give you a set freak like that.
That helps. 14074, so you know that's a digital mode.
Actually, yeah, that's going to be FT8. Yeah, 74 is FT8, 80 would be FT4. And 14330, I think that's obviously a voice frequency. 20 meters.
Boy, that's wide band.
I don't know why some people give frequencies, and I guess some are just surfing. 7, 14, whatever. I don't know. Haven't figured it out yet. But yeah, anyway, so you can actually go through here and shop people to call. And the one thing I found about this, I always have a hard time finding people to talk to on sideband. This is one of my two methods that I can actually find people to talk to on sideband. The other is contesting. So this is a great way to go to a frequency and know who's out there and call them and get a POTA contact and put it in your logbook. All right. Anything else on that or on the WOTA?
I got another site for you to look at.
Okay. Yeah, because he wanted me to click on spots. I did that. All right. I think I got everything up to here. You've also got SOTA or summits on the air. This is a good one too. There's not a lot of those around my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I think I've walked to Florida's highest summit. I think I drove to Florida's highest summit. I don't know. Anyway, But yeah, anywhere like up in the mountains and stuff, these are great because these guys are way up there, and a lot of times they're QRP, but they're 12,000 feet up on a mountain out west somewhere, so you could still get them on FT8 or something. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm surprised the number of these remote operators that are starting to come up on digital modes now. So that's pretty cool. All right. I'm looking to see if I've missed anything else. Oh, wait a minute. I did miss a couple here. F3 FJP. This is for, oh, is this that software for, this is the contesting software.
Yeah, it's logging software. It's good software too.
This is good software for logging. It costs money. It's not a lot. I'll be honest. I'm a cheap ass. And that's why I use N1 MM plus M plus.
Yeah, I've got N1 MM plus here too.
I'm glad you could say that. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that one too. It's like everything. Does everything have a plus on the end now?
Yeah, except for CNN.
I'm going to change it. This is Southwest Florida TechNet Plus.
Yeah, that might put you off the air. You don't want to do
that. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, this was a good one. If there's more than one of you, like if you got a small group or even a large group and you're contesting, as there's more than one of you contesting and you're using the same call sign,
yeah,
you have to use. Yeah, you have to use this because the N1MMQ will not necessarily, MMN plus will not necessarily do what you need it to do, which is if you and I are working on two bands, when I go to your band later, it's going to remember who you worked. And that's important when you're using the same call sign for like a club competition. Oh my God, I haven't ate dinner yet. It's like I just ate pizza or something. Anyway, all right, let's see here. There was one other one here.
DXSumm.fi.
Okay, we'll do that one next. Keep them in mind. This is another one that was sent in earlier. Let's see here. This one is easy. Every day is field day.
Really?
Oh, that's cool. It's a portable logger. So this is a great way, like on a tablet. I'll tell you, I got a tablet and I got a portable logger on there, and I haven't used it yet, but I'm thinking it might be easier if you're going to do something really portable. It might be easier just to have a tablet where you can just put down their call sign on there real quick and what mode you were on or whatever. The only bad thing about this, there's no rig connectivity, so you have to put in the frequency and everything. But it is nice to have it in your back pocket in your phone. So if you're driving to work, and I monitor 2 meter call a lot, and I've made contacts that I've logged in my logbook on 2 meter call. If it's simplex, you can log it in your logbook. So why not, right? So that would be good for that too. And it looks like they got it for Mac, Windows, Ubuntu, and Raspbian.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Raspberry Pi, if you can get one.
Yeah. Oh my God. The ones I have now are like coveted all of a sudden. They used to be like everywhere and cheap. Not anymore. Oh, wait. Oh, these links are already in there, so I don't need to worry about that. You guys already got these. All these links are in there, and I will be publishing this list of links later. All right. Getting rid of all these windows. Look what you guys did.
Yeah.
All right. Messing me up.
Yeah.
It's not like I have a system resources issue anymore.
I don't think you'll run out of memory.
You currently have 9999999 available. Okay, let's see here. Oh, look, I want to show you guys something else real quick. Mosquito control is working tonight. Look at that.
Oh, Cape Coral.
Yep. You ever wonder what it looks like when mosquito control's working? Well, there you go.
There you go, man.
There's no way he's drunk. Look at those lines.
Man.
Oh, yeah, a cop can't drive a straight line like that. Come on. Of course, that's because they're playing on their computer most of the time. All right. Anyway, let's see. Do I have any more? If you guys have something else.
DXSumm.fi.
Okay, that's right. Let's see.
I'll show you what this will use. bring it up and tell you what it does. This is a spotter site.
All right, let's switch back to that.
This is my
go ahead.
This is my favorite for spotting DX stations or something like, and it not the only thing it gets used for. Well, like during the 13 Colonies event back around July 4th, you'd have all these stations that would come on, you know, and you want to try to get them, but and what I would do is watch this site because somebody would spot it and put it on this. You could see where it says my call DX, which would be the station that you want to spot, and then the frequency and whatever info you had. So this is a great way to keep an eye on what DX stations are coming in, or even something that you're looking for in the United States. But somebody spotted on there, and it includes FT8, RIDI. You can see all the different modes. Very handy. If you want to look for, say, you want to look for a VU station, which is India, you just look on there and see if he comes, see if there's anybody on, and try that frequency. You might be able to work India. I haven't tried this yet, but I've worked a bunch. Well, I've worked Brazil and let's see, Belize, Canada, but usually during content, this is also a way, like during contests, you have to usually after you put it in as assisted if you use this. But if you're on a contest and you want to get a particular country or a station, you look for it on here and see if it's come up. This is a real great help for DXers.
I like it.
Yeah.
I do like it. It's really cool.
There's also and QRP stations, and I forget what it is, but this is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a good one too. And I actually have this one. I use this one too. Let's see here.
That's like I wanted to work back in March. I wanted to work a station W5B, which is a commemorative station up in Atlanta to celebrate WSB's 100th anniversary. Well, I didn't know when they were going to be on, so I just watched this site. And when they appeared, I pounced. Was able to work it.
Well, and this brings me to my next one, which is one of my top 5 websites, which is PSK Reporter.
Yeah.
This one's my favorite site because I can do the same thing you just did. Like when I was looking for the 13 colonies, I would put their call sign in right here.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I think I'm receiving right now. So KO4EFS. And then I put in signals received, sent, last 15 minutes. And it actually shows you all the stations that my radio is hearing right now in the last 15 minutes. Those are all the stations that mine is hearing. I wish it would always leave that clicked, but I don't know why it doesn't. Let's see if this works. There we go. That's all the stations that my station can hear right now. And I to me, this is really useful. I've got an HF receiver over here that was donated to me at Kenwood, and I can turn it on and put it on my wire and put it on 40 and put my FT8 on 20 and put them both on PSK Reporter like this. And after about 20 minutes, I come back and I can see exactly where I'm picking up, where I'm hearing on both rigs. It's pretty cool. And it'll show you 2 different colors. It'll be a different color because it's a different band. Is anybody out there right now that's on the net? Is there anybody out there that's reporting PSK data or on FT8 right now? Okay. All right. Because if so, I'd throw you in here and we could see what you're doing. But I could even go and see. I've had it on for the last, well, I've had it on all day. So I can go back 12 hours and I can see how my rig did through the day. Looks like I made quite a bit of them there. Heard a lot of stations through the day. So yeah, all the yellow lines are ones I confirmed that I was able to actually make contact with. Not contact, but that I actually heard directly. And it draws that line. This big C here kind of shows you where you're where you're getting out. And I don't understand it all exactly, but really cool. I use this mostly. I will set it for the band I'm going to be going to, and I set it for sent or received by anyone. I take out the call sign, make sure that box is blank, and then I put 15 minutes, all modes, go. And now what this shows me is what everybody else in the world is doing on FT8 right now. Why is it not showing connecting lines? I hate that. Oh, because that needs to be on anyone. There we go. There we go. Now, you see how I got that set? 20 meters, signals, sent and received by anyone, blank box, all modes, 15 minutes. Now what I'm looking at is there's the entire planet and all of the 20-meter contacts that's going on right now on the digital modes. So you can see where your long path is. You've got long path going over the top of the planet right here. But this gives you a real good idea what 20's running. Say, oh, that's what 20's running. Maybe I should go to 17. So I'll change it to 17, hit go again. Boom, there's 17. 17's more of a day band, so it's obviously favoring the daylight right now. So notice all these lines over here by us are all shooting towards the daylight. Mm-hmm. And you can do the same thing. We'll go to 15, and you can literally run each band and see what's going on. Again, this is a day band, but it's still getting some activity tonight. The solar is not too good tonight. Solar flux isn't that high, and the geomagnetic field is unstable. So it's not a good night for radio. Most bands are closed. So we're surprised I'm kind of surprised we're getting what we're getting. Let's go up and see, is there any magic band going on right now? 6 meters. No, not really. Not a lot of magic band. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. We got a reflective cloud right in the middle of the country. It's too far away for us. Notice nobody from down here can reach that cloud really. But people over here, I call it a cloud. It's not really a cloud. Reflective, whatever. Ionosphere course crap. But anyway, you can see where everybody here can reach people here. People here can reach people here. People here can reach people here. So what it ends up doing is it shows you exactly where, basically where the, where the thing is. It's right here. And so what you want to do is go to 6 meters, tune up, and aim your beam directly at the center of this. Aim it for that right there. I'm not trying to be dirty. Aim your beam right to there and hit that spot. And that'll give you the best, because what that'll do is it'll give you a jump, and then it'll put your signal up here somewhere. Isn't that cool? I absolutely love Magic Band, because unlike the normal stuff that we just use the normal ionosphere for, you put it up there and it kind of comes down, and yeah. This is a lot more directional. I mean, you can really you can really see where the reflective surface is. Let me see if I can let me get out of this completely. I got to get completely out of that. All right, let's go here again. Sometimes you can hit a few times and pull up a few extra ones. Yeah, there's definitely an opening there. I don't see another opening anywhere on the planet, though. That's pretty much it. Let's see if they got anything going on over here. Not much. Probably not an opening. Probably just people with powerful radios. But you can see where there's an opening. And it's after dark. This is technically a day band, of course, but we're using that magic stuff. When it's magic, you know, that's awesome. All right.
Can you zoom in enough to see if anybody's on the air in our area?
AC3AV is on. Who is that? Is that somebody we know? Sounds familiar.
We'd be out in Lehigh Acres or someplace. No, actually, that's south of here. That's all.
That's why. What's Dave's call sign?
That may be him. That may be what he's doing.
QRZ it.
AC3AV.
I'm trying to do that, but AC3AV. Did I type it wrong? AC3AV.
Yeah.
No, it just wanted you to log in.
That is him. So we caught him. We caught him skipping out tonight on us. That is him. Yep, that's him. So we busted his ass. He's talking to somebody here. He's talking to somebody up in the Northeast. Way
somewhere
up there.
On Long Island somewhere.
Yeah. Isn't that pronounced Long Island?
Long Island?
Yeah. Long Island. Anyway.
Long Island.
Long Island. We were talking about that on the radio earlier. Accents and how some people in some places save up their R's to use later. All right. So let's go to I usually just use my R's right away. You know, I just use them right away. Like if the word's got an R in it, I just put the R right in the word. Isn't that cool?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so what we can do now, we got AC4 AV up here. So now we can go all band. This is how you snoop on somebody. Sent and received by call sign AC3AV using all modes for the last 15 minutes. Okay, look, that's all he's got. But then you can go back. What's he done over the last 12 hours? How many radios has he heard from? Whoa, that's quite a bit.
Which website is this now?
This is called
PSK Reporter.
Yeah, PSK Reporter.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and put that in right now for you guys.
Good.
There, the links.
Cool.
Links in the chat room. Yep. All right. So we busted you, Dave. That's cool, though. Certainly allowed to do whatever you want. It's free country. Kind of like England used to be. I said that just to piss him off if he's listening. Anyway, all right.
Probably come on now.
Yeah, probably come on. I heard that. All right. I said that the Euro was the best model earlier, so that made up for it, right? All right. Let's see what time we got. It's 9:30. Everybody doing all right out there?
Here we go. Any others?
I'll check. Let's check the progress of mosquito control. Looks like West Cape's getting it now. There'll be a nice little sheen on your windshield in the morning.
Loop-de-loop down there again.
Yep.
They're gonna chase all the damn mosquitoes over here to Fort Myers.
Yeah, that's what it is. I will say though, they spray everywhere. I used to think they only sprayed the upper class, but no, they spray everywhere.
Yeah, he actually had enough fuel to do all that.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Now this is a fairly small plane. You can see. Well, it's not. Let's see here.
Is that a DC-3 that is?
It's a Lee County Mosquito Control. It's a Beach TC-128 Huron. I don't know nothing about planes.
That's probably not a very big plane.
Yeah, here, let's do this.
You can click on it, can't you?
Yeah, I did, and it didn't pull up a picture of the plane like it usually does.
80 something.
Undefined.
Let's see.
Yeah.
All right, that's what it looks like. That's about the, well, that's a little smaller than like a DC-3. That's a little smaller, but not much smaller than like a DC-3. Because they have those out there too, mosquito.
That's those little puddle jumpers that we used to fly on an airline called Executive. I'd fly to Tampa sometimes, and that's what you'd get on.
Yep. Well, there you go. That's what that one looks like, and it's still doing its thing. Most of the time on this program, it actually pulls you up an image of the plane and shows you that right here on this screen over here. Like, let's pull up this plane. The smaller planes are not as likely to have a photograph. Let's pull up this one. There we go. There's your photographs of the plane. Tells you all about it. It's going from Phoenix to George Bush International in Houston. Now, obviously, with a stop in Florida, but he's going to Miami. I mean, let's look at where he's going. He's going to Miami. Look at these guys. Hey, follow me. Okay, no problem. All right, let's go. Hey, okay, wait up, asshole. All right, so anyway, there's your Boeing 747 right there now.
Oh, yes.
That's a little bigger airplane.
Yep, they're going from Miami to George Bush International to Ted Stevens in Anchorage and then to Czech Lap Kick in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I've been to George Bush Airport. It's a filthy, dirty, slimy airport.
Makes me glad when I went out there, I went to Hobby instead.
All airports suck in some way. All right. Does anybody have any other websites they'd like to throw in? Throw it right in there. And
I'm trying to rack my brain and think of some more.
Yeah, and you guys will get that. Small plane, Naples Airport. I don't know. Who's this down here? Eurocopter Squirrel.
Yes. Airport.
I thought that might be the sheriff's department, but that's not their primary one they normally use, but they do have a couple of them. But there's a chopper flying around down there. Now I want you guys to see something. That chopper is only 700 feet off the ground, and I'm getting it crystal clear pretty much all the way up here in the shack, way up here. That's 26 miles away. That's the benefit of having the 10 dB gain collinear antenna and having the filter amplifier. Those are the two reasons you have those things, is distance and then also the ability to pick up local stuff that's near the ground. He landed. Probably a med chopper, if I had to guess. He's looking for a place to land down there and pick up a body. All right.
Mosquito plane. That's funny.
Yeah, here we go. These are some smaller ones. There's a Spirit airline. I love this thing. I just love it. Look at this guy out here. He's at 35,000 feet. Aircraft is not transmitting its call sign.
It's a pirate airplane.
And it just disappeared.
That's interesting.
It cloaked. Oh no, that's on TV. Okay, let's see here. All right, so who's
130?
If anybody has any other websites they'd like to show, if not, I do have a couple we can allude to here. Just a couple that I found that have useful, worthwhile information. I thought this one was kind of cool. This one goes all into the bands and all the different things. And it's the DX robot. And it's a cool site to explore. These will light up when there's something going on the bands. And you can see our geomagnetic field is currently in storm. We are storming right now. It's a crazy time right now for the geomagnetic field, because we've got like 6 or 8 sunspots all out there at the same time swirling around. Yep. And they're all releasing energy. Whoever's in, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Am I too quiet?
No, you're fine.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Your mic level's good. Go ahead.
Awesome. When you're done with this website, I have another cool one I wanted to show you guys. Not really too ham related, but it's pretty neat.
We'd love to see it. Do you want to share it on your screen, or do you want to give me the web address?
I will give you the web address in just a second.
Okay, go ahead. All right, whenever you're ready.
It's this pretty cool website called soundraw.io. Sound raw.
I put rod.
That's fine. There you go.
Did I put something wrong? RAW. See, did I put R?
Sound raw. What's the?
There it is.
There you go.
There it is.
And it's AI generated music. It's actually really cool. Great for example, for what Joseph does with his videos. You can generate all kind of music for basically videos, intros, anything like that. If you have a channel or something, I can actually share my screen and I can show you guys how to do it. I don't really know how to share the screen though, so you'll have to explain that.
Well, on your control bar, there should be one there that says share screen. It should be like right in the middle. It's like security, participants, polls, chat, and then there should be one that says share screen. Oh, there we go.
I see that.
Yep, and then just share it, and then just pick the one you want to show us.
All right, do you see it?
Yep, we see you.
Okay, this is SoundRaw.
We see it, yeah.
This is soundraw.io. Basically, you put in your type of style or your type of music, so your genre. I do techno just because that's interesting. You choose the length from 5 minutes to 10 seconds. We'll just do 1 second, a 1 minute long one. You can select the tempo. You can be a fast, normal, depending on what type of song here. So, for example, if you do like cinematic or electro, you can do slower. But and then you select the instruments and hit create music. And actually on the spot generates your music using an AI.
That is cool.
That's sort
of this one isn't the best. Can you hear it?
No. You have to go down into the 3 little dots and select share audio.
Okay, well, give me just a second to do that.
Put that one in the chat too, please.
I think I did. Yeah, it's in there. Soundraw.io.
Maybe you can figure out how. Oh, here we go. More. This is my first time ever actually using Zoom for something other than listening.
I'm trying to think where else it would be.
Oh, there we go. I found it.
Okay.
There we go. Can you hear me now? Can you hear like the audio?
Yeah, we got both you and the audio now.
Awesome. So basically, if I do just select strict. Anyway, you can create music, and it makes some pretty cool audio. Mostly for intros, but you can do longer stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It's more interesting if you just what?
No, I was just going to say what's really great about this for content creators like me is I can go in and make something truly unique without any talent at all.
Very true. And you don't even, there's like no copyright on it or anything, so you can just use it. Unfortunately, I think you have to like sign up to download it, but I just cheat that by using OBS and I record the audio. So it's not as quick, but if you have any sort of recording software, you can just record it and play it. If you don't want to pay like the $5 or something, I don't remember how much it is, but if you don't want to pay it, you can just record it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got no copyright or anything, so you won't get a copyright strike for playing music. Not like you would want to monetize it anyway. But so yeah, you can. It's just a little thing I was messing around with earlier, and I thought you guys might be interested in it.
That is really cool. I appreciate you showing us that.
Yeah.
I think this is really cool. I'm actually looking for an opening. I'm looking for a little bit of opening music and some different things right now. That I actually downloaded another program called Jingle Palette,
Okay.
and that's one I'll show you guys now. We'll do next.
Sorry.
Let me go back.
You go ahead. You can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, you're fine.
So if you just want to mess with this, it's cool. You can. There's all kinds of different types. You can even choose for it to just show you the ones that you would think would be interesting. So for it's not really great ones, but here's video themes, advertisement, corporate games. Basically, you can choose it to limit what it'll show you to just the ones that would be good for that type of content. And of course, you can it's just so customizable. You can get so many different songs with no time at all. That's really cool. Once you know how to use it, if you just wanted to just cinematic, for example, hit create music, and it literally generates completely random music. Like if you want to have a different intro every time, you can do that. Anyway, so like a 10-second.
That's just amazing.
Yeah. I love it. I personally, it's really cool. I don't really have any videos to put it to, but if I did, for example, Joseph's little tech tips, and even like if you had an intro for the TechNet, or anything really, this is a great little resource here. This is just listen to this.
Perfect. Yeah.
You can generate anything. It's great. So,
I love it. All right, guys, that's soundraw.io. So check that one out. I really like that one quite a bit. All right, let's see. I switched it back over. Can you guys see that now? There we go. And yep. All right, and thank you, Micah, for that. I really appreciate it. Micah is Joseph's brother, for you guys who don't know, and he is also an amateur radio operator as well. But yeah, I appreciate you bringing that in. Joseph may be in a little while. He might stop in if we're here long enough. He's setting up his booth at the big Ham Fest up there. What's it called? The Huntsville Ham Fest. And I got a picture from him. I was hoping we'd get another picture, but I got a picture of his banner, and so that was really cool. And he's got that banner that we talked about last week.
Yeah, he had that made, and
yep, and it looks great. It really does. It looks great. I really like the next generation of ham radio, and it's in the Star Trek Next Generation font. I just kind of thought that was really cool. Just a really cool way to do that. So I don't know.
You could create an audio loop of music to add to that and to show that at the Ham Fest, because usually there's no music at the Ham Fest.
Right, exactly.
That would be something, it doesn't have to be real loud, just something there to add some additional atmosphere. Be an interesting way to do things.
Yep. All right, and the next thing we've got here is going to be called the Ham Radio License Map. I love this particular one because this one shows you who your neighbors are and if they're in ham radio. And I'm putting the link in right now, so you can go right to it and play with it if you want. You put in the call sign, you click show map, and it shows you on the map. And then it shows all your neighbors. Is that cool or what?
Yeah, there's sure a lot of them, isn't there?
You know, the QRZ has one of that too.
Oh, really? I didn't know they had a map. I never found one on there.
It's really hidden. But if you go look a call up and then click on detail and then show on the map, down below the map, there's a little, it doesn't look like it's a link, but you click on it. I can't remember what it says. Detail and show map. Okay, now see where it says explore on HamGrid maps down here below, right there. That's it. And now you zoom in on that, and it'll show you the red ones have a QRZ account, I think, and the blue ones don't.
Well, that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of hams around me that are inactive, apparently.
Wow. In the words of Johnny Carson, you know, Ed, I did not know that. Well, you are correct, sir. The great one.
Put yours in there in the chat room too.
Yeah, I did. And I'm going to go ahead and put.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's because it keeps changing to specific people instead of sending it to everyone. And I don't know why it's doing that. There it is.
Gotcha.
And I don't think Sound.io got in there either because of the same problem. So let me put that back in.
Well, I got it.
All right. That should be to everyone now. All right. And
a lot of good sites tonight, man.
Yes, we are. All right. So everybody's got the radio license map, and you also saw how to get to the one that is offered by QRZ. This map is really handy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And you can zoom into a different area. And as you zoom around, it will move. It'll move the pins. You just got to give it a second. See? And it'll keep moving the pins down so you can find everybody. I don't know. I thought, and notice it shows you the grid squares.
Yep.
I like that too.
EL6AN right down in there.
Yeah. So Southeast Cape. And so anyway, so there's that one. And the next one, did I put this one in there? Let's see. I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Now, the next one I want to show you guys, this is APRS.
Yep.
Yeah. And does someone want to explain this that would know more about it than me? I'll take a stab at it, but.
All I know about it is that it uses your coordinates, centers on you. And the blue ones are weather channels. Okay.
They're people's personal weather stations.
Or sometimes you see those little ones on the side of the road. They're little Yaggies on them.
Yeah.
And the D there, that's a ham, probably with a pi star. Gee. Don't tell me it's 438.8. That's the same frequency mine's on.
Well, call him. He's on there. KO4NZP. Yep. But you can see there, these guys are out and about in their car, and they're sending just, let me back up just a little bit for those of you who don't know what this is. This is APRS, or Automatic Packet Reporting System. Did I get that right?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Look at that, man.
It has some other cool features in there too.
Yeah, and these are all, some of them are weather stations, some of them are mobile units, some of them are all different things. And you can see, look at them up here.
There's one moving right there with that red line. Just there you go.
Yeah, here's one moving right here. This guy just left Wachula. That's where his girlfriend's house is. He's heading home. And so it's pretty cool. This is neat. But the thing I like is, hold on, let me mental link. Okay, so this is the APRS map, and I'll throw that link in there for you guys. Actually, he's got that link in there for you guys. Okay, the next one I want to show you is the APRS Menolink. And this is the VHF propagation map. I love this map. And this thing keeps changing. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. This is the next website. I just put it in. Okay, there we go. This map shows you the APRS system and how it's currently receiving. And you can see that we've got propagation running between Richmond and Boston right now on VHF. So this works really well. One day I turn my radio on over here and I hook it up to the computer and I start receiving APRS data myself, which is something else you can do. You can look at it online or you can receive it yourself and see how much of it you can receive.
That's pretty close to that cluster we saw too, isn't it?
It is. It's to the right of that, and that cluster would be moving to the left, so or to the west. But yeah, it's interesting. When these reflective things happen, and we get what we call the 6 meter, you know, the 10 meter, 6 meter, and even 2 meter can actually see some benefit from that, from the magic band happening that happens. And you see it on here. You also see it on PSK Reporter and different things. One day I saw it was a red splotch that started right about Fort Myers, and it went all the way up to Pennsylvania and came back down again, this big, huge red splotch. And sure enough, I turned on my APRS, and I was picking up APRS directly on VHF from North Carolina.
Wow.
I was like, wow. So this map, if you're doing a VHF contest or you're doing something on VHF and you're trying to get distance on VHF on 2 meter, this is the #1 map to show you what's going on 2 meter. And that's the aprs.menolink.org. And I just put it in there. Any questions or comments on this one? Okay, well, that was easy. You can also scroll around and it will show you what stations it's picking up and all that kind of good stuff. But I leave this up a lot of times. Notice it's back. You guys can't see it from here, but it's actually, if I go to this camera, you can see it. That's it right there. I keep that up a lot of times on one of my extra screens towards the back, because that is some really good information when there's going to be some kind of weird opening. I love to program somebody else's repeater in my radio and hit it. Like there was one morning, I saw that it was wide open, and on the same frequency as the 685, with a different PL tone, I checked in on a morning net and talked up in Bradenton, and it was crystal clear. So yeah, so it's really cool when you see this propagation running, especially north-south. You can actually go see what nets are going on up in Jacksonville and places and see if you can get in on one. You'll be surprised. You know, everybody thinks 2 meters is good for about 50 miles. Earth can change that anytime she wants. You know what I mean? So that's a cool thing there. So that's my next one. Is anybody who's got another one? Anybody got another website they want to put up? All right, let me see what I got. Oh, no, thanks. Sorry, I'm not a big ARRL fan. Okay. I know a lot of people like the ARRL, and so I'm not going to sit here and badmouth them, but I tried to join my group with them, and I tried to do a lot of things with them, and they're just not interested in ever even calling me back. So I gave up with them. All right, this next one here. This is called, and like I said, the ARRL is fine. If you like them and you get work with them and get along with them, that's great. I'm not going to say you shouldn't. You know, whatever. Anything we can do to advance the hobby, you know what I mean? It's like if I don't get along with a club or I don't get along with somebody, I still support them. I still want things to do well. Let's see here. This next one I want to show you guys is... this is called it's called Levine Central. I don't know why, but that's what it's called. But anyway, this shows you now. Before I go any further, let me preface this. It shows you the registration town of all the repeaters. It's not going to show you like the exact spot where the tower is. But this is nice because let's say you're traveling, you can have this up and you can say, okay, I'm in my car. I got a 2-meter radio. I'm in Florida. I got a 2-meter radio. So you uncheck everything but 2-meter and you submit. And now what it's going to do is it's going to bring up just the 2-meter repeaters in Florida. And now you can zoom in. We'll click Fort Myers. And you can see there's the 685. It's reported in Fort Myers, even though it's way up here. But it's the town that it's registered in. There's also the 880, which is down in Estero. And they also show another one here, the 345, which I'm not sure where that is.
That's Lehigh Acres.
Is that the Lehigh one? And here's the Cape Coral one.
880 up there. That's the same repeater that's on 444-775. You're thinking of 820, which is down in Estero.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. 880. Yeah. So anyway, this is not all that accurate. Okay. But it does give you an idea. You know, if you're going to LaBelle and you click this, that'd probably be where I'd start. You know, but it doesn't even have PL codes for a lot of them. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over so you guys can get this link. And then I'm going to show you some other resources that you can use to find repeaters. You've got Repeater Book is a great one. I don't know if you guys have ever checked that one out.
Yeah.
Repeater Book.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Yeah, this is a pretty good one. It works pretty good. You just put in however you want to do your search. You just put it in over here and it will bring up whatever it can for you about that. Anyway, I don't use this one as much as some of the others, but this one does work. If you're looking for all the repeaters in a certain town or whatever, I tend to prefer Broadcastify, or the you know, it's basically the same as what's the other one it's called? Let's see here. See, I actually have an account in here, and these are my 4 channels that I host in here, and somebody's listening to SARNet right now. But when you're in here, trying to remember how to do it now. It's not Broadcastify. It's the one that's connected to them, and I'm trying to remember the name of it now.
Shoutcast?
No, it's
there's another one, Ice something. Icecast.
Real quick, I think Sean wants to say something.
Okay.
About the Peters 1.670.
Oh, okay. Well, what is it?
And got debit folder at 10 hours.
All right, yeah, it must be around here somewhere. I guess that one, yeah. Oh, I don't know. Man, I really wish that I could remember the it's not, we tried Repeater Book and Broadcastify, and I'll find it. Let me just give me a second here. Radio Reference, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah, I'm a member.
Radio Reference is a good one here. And they're now linked up with Broadcastify. And it shows me that I'm sending direct messages again. This is really getting to be a pain in my ass. All right, let me copy these again and resend them again. All right, there we go. I don't know why it keeps sending me back to direct messages again. I don't ever use direct messaging. All right, anyway, I just put all those last few links in. This is Radio Reference. What's great about Radio References is you can go to the frequency database right here, and you can actually search for, you know, your town or however you want to do it. So let's put in Fort Myers, Florida, and it should bring that up here. Lee County, there we go. And there you go. There's Lee County. And there's all your frequencies.
Okay.
And it'll give you a lot of different frequencies. These are the old VHF frequencies for fire. There's a bunch of different ones here. These are the school district frequencies, which are still in use for all the different schools. Look at that. Boca Grande, Cape Coral, Fort Myers Shores, Sanibel. Those are all your different departments there.
Many of your scanner softwares, especially Unidens, will connect directly to that, and you're able to download those files. So
yep, and you want to know another great program that connects to it? Chirp.
Yeah. Oh, and that's fairly new for them too, isn't it? They didn't used to accept external data other than CSV files, if I remember.
Yeah, and now they do. It's great. I absolutely love it. I'm seeing if I can pull this up real quick and show you guys. But when you're in Chirp, something a lot of people don't know about Chirp, when you're, oh crap, I hate when it does that. All right, when you're in Chirp, and I'm going to open one of my radio programming files here that I have. If I can find one, give me a second here. Pictures. Oh, crap. Son of a bitch. Okay, so that's not going to work. I don't know if it'll let me import things without having anything in here. Okay, here you go. You go to query, go to radio, query data source, and you're going to go to repeater book or radio reference. These are where you go to that. You go to radio reference. You have to put in your name. You can go to repeater book. You don't need a name for that one. And here's where you put your data. We're going to put Florida. If I can get it to do it.
Just hit the F key.
Oh, that's way too easy. Okay, and then we've got the county. It's going to be Lee. So let's go to Lee. And then the band, you can select what band you want. Let's leave it on all and go.
What?
Oh, what did I do wrong?
What version is that?
Who knows? It's the latest one, I think. That's bizarre. And I can't download from the radio because I don't have any of them hooked up. And I'm in the new computer and I don't have any of the programming files over here, I don't think. I am still working on getting everything copied over. It's crazy. Yeah, see, I don't see it. I don't know. I don't think I got it over here yet. It'd be in here, but I don't.
Our Finder's got a good one too.
All right, that's fine. We'll just move on. But anyway, just so you guys know, once you download from the radio and you've got your numbers right here, you can go up to radio and you can use this query data source, or you can also import from stock configuration. I'll give you an example of stock configurations, the Marine Band channels. You can go to that stock configuration and tell it to start downloading the Marine Band channels and start putting them at channel 201 and then hit go. And it will download the entire set of Marine Band channels into your radio starting at 201 all the way down. So they match the Marine radios. So in other words, Marine 16 is 216 on your channel, on your radio, which works really great if you've got these big banks of channels. They've got GMRS, they got FRS, they've got all these standard configurations that you can download right into your radio without even having to program anything. And then you can go into radio reference or whichever one you want to use, repeater book, You can go into any of these, and yeah, and here's our finder as well. If you remember there, you can go into any of those and download the frequency list from Lee County or whatever right into your radio.
Yeah.
I suggest using the ARRI standard frequency list, but to get you started real quick, it's a real easy way in 5 minutes to upload the program out of your radio, go to Lee County, download all the 2 meter and 440 stuff, and blow it into your radio in the first 100 channels, and you're done. You can now go onto a net tonight and talk on it right there. You're already set to go. So that's Chirp. That's a really good idea there, to just download it straight into Chirp. But there's a lot of sources out there for frequencies and information. So do that. Let's see what else we got up here. Does anybody have anything they'd like to bring in? There's another one here called Space Weather Live. This is a neat website. It's a lot like spaceweather.com, but very different. It's almost like made by it's made by a totally different guy and all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to put this in here for you. That's spaceweatherlive.com. And this is just a real quick representation of a lot of the same information, but I like it. They got the Aurora map right here. You can see there's possibly some auroras visible up in Canada right now. That's kind of cool. And we've also got some Antarctic auroras down there. But this shows you all the solar winds, the magnetic field, and different things are all right here. We're in a real easy format. And then this is your geomagnetic field. I don't know. I like this particular one. It's really cool. There's your aurora oval, if you will. So you can see where that's at. And of course, it tells you your moon phases right there. So this is another great space weather site, and I got that in there for you. I do like this one. It's pretty nice as space weather sites go. Let's see here. This is kind of weird, but this is one. No, I guess that doesn't work anymore. It's probably paid now. It was a place where you could like design your go rack and stuff. It was pretty cool. That's a ham study stuff. I'm not doing any of that anymore. That's Aries, which I don't do much with. The Storm Spotter Network. This is how you become a storm spotter. Those of you doing the WatchNet, I strongly suggest you get your spotter stuff. It doesn't cost anything. It's pretty easy. That's that information's right there. I just put that in for you, and you can check that out. I don't know what this is. I don't know what Slack is. I have no idea. Whatever. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Xfinity, Hulu. We don't care about those. I will tell you guys, the number one place to get local ham radio stuff sometimes is Craigslist. I keep an eye on Craigslist. I've got an actual search tool in there that allows me to, it sends me a message anytime someone from the area puts in something with the word ham radio in it or amateur radio. And that's how I keep up on what's becoming available, being given away or for sale. I've gotten 2 antennas off of this so far, and I've also gotten some other equipment, and I'll go pick it up, whatever. It's free. So Craigslist is a must if you're looking for used stuff. Another one I suggest. This is a great weather map. This is a 24-hour to 72-hour total rainfall map, and I just put the link in there for you guys. But this thing here is wonderful. You can see it set on 72 hours. Look at this thing. Look at the detail. You can go right in and see how much rain a certain area has gotten over a period of time. And we haven't gotten much here, but this is great during hurricanes and stuff because you can start seeing the total amount of rainfall that you got. And of course, you put that right here on this. This shade right here is up in the 4 or 5 inch range right here. This is a great map for when there's, big storms coming in. So I got that one in there for you. That's the best rainfall total accumulation map that you can find. And you can see when you click on it, it gives you the exact amount for that spot. And Rick and I, for a little while, were kind of keeping track of this. And it was right on the money with Rick's weather station several times. So it actually works really well. So there's that one. What else we got here? Radio reference I told you guys about. This one's pretty cool. This one's if you want to make your, I want to put this in the chat room for you there. You want to make your call sign. Make it look really cool. What you do is you click the one you like, edit logo. What are you doing, you dumb bastard? You just type in whatever you want to do there. This computer's got a mind of its own. And then you can customize it. Let's say we want a clear background. And let's say we want to do other things with it. You can do whatever you want with this. The outer color, the inner color. You can change the inner color to a different color. You can make this exactly how you want it. And then whenever you get that logo just the way you want it, you click next, right-click save. It's that easy. And now you'll have that on your hard drive and you can use it anytime you want. Some of them move, some of them don't. It all depends on what you want.
You're blocking all those ads.
Yeah, I don't like ads.
How can you block them that well? Is that an add-on for Opera?
Yeah, it's Opera comes with a built-in ad blocker, and I'm using the standard one it comes with. Normally it doesn't show the boxes at all. It normally doesn't show me any of the ads. So, and then I'm also using a pop-up blocker that you can block specific pop-ups with, because a lot of the news channels now, when you go to their website, it pops up and says, you're using an ad blocker and you can't do it anymore. So I use a pop-up blocker to get rid of the ad blocker warning. Merry Christmas to me. I know how to use a computer. So anyway, but you just basically, if you notice, some of these look familiar. I use this for all the letters you see in the, all the titles that you see in the newsletter are all made right on here. You just click the one you want, you make it say whatever you want, you edit the logo however you want. There's really cool stuff you can do in here. If you don't want a straight color, you can do a pattern. We can make it look like whatever you want, whatever pattern you want to make it look like. Isn't that cool? Got swirly patterns here. There's some really cool stuff. Isn't that neat? I mean, it really gives you a lot of options that you can do with your letters. Or maybe you want a gradient. I like the gradients. Look at this. If you want it to look like a piece of gold, you click that, it looks like gold. They got all kinds of them. I like this. I call it the 70s all over again. But you can click that, click text, and it brings it up a little bit. And look at that. You can make whatever logo you want, however you want to make it. And these, anytime you see a checkerboard, that's clear. You guys know that. That's indicating to you that you're seeing through to the background. Yeah. And so that you can just put that on there. If you use one of the clear ones, then it'll go clear, and then you can go background and clear, and it will literally be clear, pretty much all the way through. At least some of them will, depending on how you do it. Yeah, I love to make graphics in here, and I do it all the time. Backgrounds, you can do shadows. Let's say we want to drop a shadow behind it. There you go. Drop a shadow. You could change it, the offset, how far you want it to offset. It's all very customizable without having to pay. You can further customize by paying money, of course. Look at all the fonts. Look at all the fonts. It's crazy how many fonts are in here. There's some that even look like different things, like Alien. There's the Borg, like from Star Trek. Yeah. But I mean, literally just all kinds of this. So if you want to make a really cool graphic with your call sign in it, just go to this page and make it. It's really cool stuff. All right, the next one here is, let's see here. I like Coast to Coast AM, but that's probably not your stuff. This is for that late night show that does all the ghost stuff. And they got a neat website. Let's see here. I've already gone through all of these and all these and all these. That's pretty much what I have here. What else do you guys have? What else have I missed tonight? You guys tell me. What have I missed? What did we miss? Anybody?
I think of another one. It's called DXSumm. And there's all kinds of stuff in there on antennas and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I've been here. They're a great repository for articles and information and things like that. They'll come up a lot in Google searches too. When you're just searching for things out there, they'll come up quite often like that as well. So that's cool. But yeah, there you go. And for this site, always just use the search bar. Don't go try to find anything. On a lot of these websites, it's best just to use the search bar. All right.
If anybody got the Brandmeister hose line, have you heard of it?
Well, I know what Brandmeister is. That's for the DMR radios.
Oh, this is called the hose line. Because you can hear everything on any channel in there.
Oh, Christ, you're kidding me.
Yep. I'm getting the link for you right now.
I found it. I got it on the screen. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me put it on the screen for you guys. I'm fast. One of the things I do at work is pull up music the moment he starts talking about it, or pull up clips the moment he starts talking about it. Yep. So the moment you guys start talking about something, shit, I'm already pulling that up because I know how this works. But yeah, there we go. So these people are talking right now.
If you hit 91 top left there, when it goes red like that, that means somebody's on there. You can hear them.
That's a hard one. There's a lot of other places you can drive. It's not nice fucking space.
So I just click it. I did click it. I don't hear anything. Or can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Well,
okay, so that's it. It's playing over. It's playing for you guys, but I can't hear it. That's fine though.
Any of the red boxes, there are people talking.
That is really cool.
And again, it was nice to talk.
I had no idea they even had this.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it's true. People do use DMR. Now, see, this is where I would cue my Twilight Zone music right there, but I don't have my jingle palette ready yet.
Oh, speaking of which, they changed the schedule for the DMR and the D-Star nets again. If I dig it out of the email, I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, please do. Well, this is really damn cool. I didn't know this even existed.
PRM and 6DT is monitoring.
Looks like you can sort. Oh, you can sort by country. United States of America. Or as Biden says, United States of America.
There's one thing about digital radio is that if digital radio is active, that means the bands suck.
Yeah, that's probably true. I didn't think about that, but that's probably true. Yes. You are correct, sir. Oh, that's good. All right. Well, there we go. There's that one. And I like that you can just pick US. Did it do it?
North, South Korea.
VK3 and BW 91 listening. VK3 and BW.
I don't know how to make it just search for United States. What's Reg X mode?
Haven't figured that out yet.
Tom, how are you, mate? Nice to have you aboard, haven't it?
It disappears about half of them.
That may be
thank you, sir.
What you needed to sort the U.S. stations. Try it again.
Here in Southwest Ohio. Now walking my dog both my dogs. The one I'm watching it, he's blind.
Oh, I like that day mode, night mode. Day mode sucks. Okay, let's see here. Well, that's really damn cool. I gotta tell you guys, that's I've already found I got 3 new websites to play with this weekend already. Oh my God, I monitor so much stuff in here during the day. My wife walks in, she goes, "How do you hear any of that?" I said, "I hear all of it. That's the problem."
Right.
I'm used to hearing, monitoring. I have my speakers around so that when I'm monitoring stuff, it's like listening to conversations in a room instead of it all coming out of one speaker and trying to figure it out that way. All right, so that's that one.